beautiful Sophia.
What's the matter? You okay?
Yeah. I'm okay. It's nothing. It's okay.
Joe! Sally needs me. Callie, it was a nightmare. No. Honey, listen to me. You had a nightmare, but it's over now. You're going to be all right. Nightmare. Just take a couple of deep breaths. You'll be okay.
Did anybody call, Sally? Is there any news?
No.
Are you sure?
They're still looking for him. It doesn't look good, Callie.
All your fault, Mason.
Kelly, I was just doing my job.
You should have told me about the warrant so I could talk to Joe. I'm sure if you just gave him the chance, he would have come in voluntarily.
You don't get where I am by taking foolish chances.
Why don't you try a little compassion?
The man was being sought on criminal charges, Kelly. Every action I took was well within my authority.
I'm going to tell you something, Mason. If anything happens to Joe, I'm going to hold you personally responsible.
If anything happened to Joe Perkins, he has nobody but himself to blame.
Look, Kelly, he ran. The police gave him every opportunity to surrender.
Joe is not a drug dealer. You both know that.
Peter's right, Kelly. Innocent people don't run.
He was scared, Mason. He knows he can't trust anybody in this town. I'm beginning to think neither can I. Anyway, the only thing I care about right now is Joe's welfare.
Believe me, that's all I care about as well.
So what's going on? I have a right to know.
I've told you I've stationed policemen up and down the beach for 10 miles in either direction. There's no way you could have paddled that surfboard to shore and not been seen.
Kelly, there were some big waves last night. I could hear them from my apartment.
There was a tropical storm off Baja.
So what? Maybe he could have swam more than the 10 miles.
No, not in these seas. That's impossible. My theory is that he paddled out further, maybe to an oil rig. If that's the case, then the Coast Guard will find him.
No, it's going to be better in daylight, too.
So you have notified the Coast Guard. Well, that's something.
Kelly, you seem to have it in your mind that I don't want to find Joe. That's absolutely wrong. I'm hoping, as is Peter, that Joe is safe and well.
Oh, so you can put him back in jail, Mason? You know what? When I was living at home, it was difficult for me to see the real you. But looking at you now, I see what a very pathetic and very sad individual you are.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Not devastated, but sorry.
Listen, until we know something definite, it's pointless to discuss this any further.
Joe is alive. I know he is. And he's going to turn up somewhere. And when he does, he's going to be able to explain all these trumped-up charges.
Well, for his sake, I certainly hope so.
They found the drugs, Kelly.
Planted somewhere by someone who hates him.
That could be a lot of people.
Yeah, present company included.
Kelly, if that's an accusation...
Look, you've done worse than this. Like last night, Mason. How did you know Joe was here at the snack bar? I've been wondering about that. Were you having me followed?
Why didn't I think of that?
Well, you were having Sally followed.
Actually, Kelly, it was pure luck. Soon as I issued the warrant, I had men stationed at all Joe's usual hangouts. One of them spotted him here, called me, and the rest you know.
10 hours is a long time in the ocean, Kelly. Even if he is on a surfboard, it'll be a miracle if they find him.
How many times do I have to tell you Joe is safe and well?
How can you be so sure?
I just know.
Look, Kelly, you're going to have to prepare yourself for the worst.
No, I'm not going to listen to this, and I'm not going to let any of you tell me anything different.
Thanks for not mentioning my involvement in this.
Well, I didn't see the point. Well, you're lucky, Peter. For the time being, she'll be directing her anger at me.
You don't mind?
No, I'm used to it. You, on the other hand, are going to come off quite the good guy. Role I'm sure you'll play with your usual aplomb. And who knows? Maybe we'll find Joe belly up out there. Then you'll have Kelly all to yourself.
You know, there is a chance that he managed to elude the police and get back to shore safely.
Then the Coast Guard will pick him up.
You better hope so, Mason. Because if they don't, it's your fault.
Mm-hmm. And if he's found dead, it could well be deduced that you were responsible. Think about that, Peter. Think how Kelly will react to that little tidbit.
Perkins missing. Joe Perkins, convicted killer and alleged drug dealer, eluded police last night by paddling out to sea on a stolen surfboard. The police launched an immediate search. No sign of Perkins or the surfboard he used for his escape has been found. Police admit they are baffled. Well, it doesn't surprise me.
There's the paper. I've been looking everywhere for that.
You know, TV news is full of Joe Perkins.
I was just reading about him.
Well, let me see.
I was reading it first.
I'm a faster reader than you are.
And I can't believe Joe's involved in all that drug stuff.
Well, you never know what that kind deals in. I mean, he was desperate, broke. I think it makes perfect sense. Men pick up nasty habits in prison.
Listen to this. The drugs were found on Perkins' motorcycle thanks to an anonymous tip. I've always suspected anonymous tips, huh? When people inform, they should come forward, shouldn't they? And reveal themselves. This tells me that the person doing the ratting is probably no better than the person being ratted on.
Oh, darling, you should have been a detective.
I would have made a great detective. I mean, look at this nose.
Oh, God.
I can smell things 2,000 miles away. Unrest in Algeria. Revolution in Libya. Hey. Now, for instance,
What?
that I would venture to say would be Ted Kaplan. Ted Kaplan.
Dad.
Go and see.
Okay.
Come on.
Thank you.
Very good, darling.
My heightened sensory perception. Years of psychic training and meditation.
And about 5 minutes ago, I told you Ted was going to pick me up.
Oh.
Your only special powers, Lime, are those of exaggeration. Hello, Ted. Well, you must be very confused by all of this.
Well, not really.
No? What's wrong? Are the Lockridges finally beginning to make sense?
Well, no, not exactly.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
I guess I'm just kind of sort of used to it here.
Yeah, come on, we better get going. It's a big day today. Did you get
Yeah.
the text?
Yeah, it's in the car.
Tell me, Ted, how are things going within the famous cloistered Capwell home?
Well, it's about the same, sir.
Eden's home, isn't she?
Yeah. And it looks like she's going to be staying with us for a while. I can tell you, we're all pretty happy about that.
Bet you are.
She's still as pretty as I remember.
Oh, hasn't changed a bit.
Must be the spitting image of your mother.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom was a very beautiful woman. It's just too bad she couldn't live long enough to see Eden.
We have a warrant to search the premises.
These premises, you must have the wrong address.
Cruz Castillo?
Yeah?
We've got the right address. Step aside, please. Hope we didn't wake you.
Oh, I'm slipping. I should have known. Cops and search warrants. How could my good friend Mason Capwell be far behind?
You haven't seen the papers.
Yeah, I've seen them. I'm real interested in your manhunt. What are you wasting your time here for?
Well, what better place to check than the residence of Joe Perkins' best friend? You know what the penalty is for harboring a fugitive, Cruz?
You think I'm dumb enough to hide him here, Mason? If I helped him, you could bet I wouldn't let my name be tied up to it.
Are you helping him?
No.
Would you if he came to you?
In a second?
I like a man who doesn't mince words.
I think I got something here.
Oh, well. Shall we have a look?
I cannot tell a lie. Joe's hiding in my garbage disposal. It was a tight fit, but we figured
Looks
if he helped...
like electronic equipment. High tech from the looks of it.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Only 50 cents and 4 box tops for my favorite cereal. I'm saving up now for an erector set.
Do you have an explanation for this?
Do you have a reason for asking?
I can confiscate it
On what grounds?
because I feel like it. The search warrant was very vague in its restrictions. In fact, if I wanted to, I could cart away everything you own.
Well, I use this in my work. Oil exploration. You do remember my new position with Capwell Enterprises, in charge of all oil exploration?
What's in a title?
I've often thought the same thing about assistant district attorney. Now, if you're done here, will you take these guys and get the hell off my property, Mason?
You will tell us if you hear from Joe.
Not if I were dragged over hot coals naked. The door's that way. Use it.
I'll be in touch.
I can barely wait. Hey, good morning, fellas. How is everybody today?
Oh, good. I found you guys.
Oh, we're just about to go into class.
I have to talk to Jade. You heard about Joe, didn't you?
Yeah. Any more news?
Yeah, well, the Coast Guard boat's still looking. Is it okay if I go in?
Oh, yeah, man. Go on in for it. Be good to her, huh?
It's my mom's, so I gotta have it back at the end of the day.
That's what I like about you, Michael. So generous, so feeling, so amazingly full of it.
You didn't think I was gonna let you keep it.
Jade,
Danny, what are you doing here?
at the moment, I'm not believing my eyes.
Danny, this is just a school project.
Yeah, our school's project. Your school's the school at the end of the block. I can draw you a map if you're lost.
Listen, Muscles, if you don't mind, I'd like to talk to Jade.
So talk, I'm not stopping.
Alone?
It's okay, Mike. Come on. Shouldn't you be in school?
I wanted to see how you were doing. See if you needed anything.
Well, what would I need? I'm out fine.
All that stuff about Joe? I thought you'd be worried.
Well, yeah, I could be. But I'm not gonna. I know he's all right. So they can't find him. Danny, you know Joe. No one finds him unless he wants them to.
Then you really believe he got away?
Sure, I mean, he paddled out, followed the shore down, and snuck right back in.
That's what I was thinking, too. And plus, there was no moon last night, so nobody could probably see him.
Just wait, Danny boy. Joel will be back when he's ready.
That's great. I'm really glad you're taking this so positive.
Yeah, the only thing I'm mad about is all this talk about drugs. Danny, I know Joe didn't have anything to do with all that stuff.
All right. Come on.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right, seats, please. We have a very big day ahead of us today. Ah, you must be Mr. Flores, our new cultural exchange student from Spain.
No, actually.
Oh, you're not?
No, sir.
Then just who are you?
Danny Andrade, Santa Barbara City High. I was just here visiting my friend Jade.
Out of this classroom.
But sir...
Out now. This is an institution of learning, not a meeting place for Santa Barbara's youth. That you can do on the beach. Now, be gone, out.
Jade, I'll talk to you.
Thanks,
okay, I'll be around. Okay, be good. Thank you.
Now, I would like to have you all know that I was up until 2 a.m. this morning grading your papers. Hardly worth the effort, looking at the results. Ha ha ha! The only A in the bunch. Well, very nice, Miss Lockridge. You far exceeded my expectations and your own limitations. And it is only fitting that we should follow the only A in the class with the only F. Do-dee-dee-doo-dee-doo. There you are, Mr. Capwell. Once more, you have distinguished yourself from the rest of the class with your complete lack of respect for existing systems in today's society.
You gotta be... Look, I have a different opinion than you, so you give me an F?
No. Mind your respect, young man.
No, I think I'm owed an explanation. I mean, I put a whole night into this paper.
All right, I'll tell you what. Read the last paragraph to the class, and we will let them decide.
Okay, that's fair. Class. In conclusion, the work ethic, though not without its merits, is a post-World War II misconception, created by our fathers to justify expensive educations and specialization in anything and everything except the arts. As young people, It is our duty to forge ahead and create new rules to live by.
Now, please, Mr. Capwell, enlighten us. Tell us what point you were trying to make.
Well, that it's okay to dream. That making money is not the most important thing.
And how do you feel about survival?
Well, I'm not sure exactly what you mean.
I know you don't, which is why you received an F. Your concept and arguments were false, wrong, devoid of logic, and without any sense of reality. In short, Mr. Capwell, your scribblings are the scribblings of a spoiled child, not a student. They offend me, and they have offended this classroom.
Oh, really? Is everyone offended? Huh? Everyone who's offended, raise your hands. Oh, come on. Who's offended? Who thinks I deserve an F?
All right, now, Ted, that is enough.
I was just raising a question. You know, I'm sorry if you disagree, but that's the way it goes.
And I'm sorry if you do not like the grade. But that, too, is the way it goes.
No way, not this time. I mean it, Lakin. I don't care what it takes. I'm getting even with this guy.
Marriage equals responsibility! Exclamation point!
Look, I told you in 5 minutes.
This won't take that long.
Look, why do you keep coming to the snack bar for ridiculous conversations like this?
When am I supposed to talk to you? You keep avoiding me.
We have nothing to discuss.
Was it money? Were you in trouble? I understand about kids. You like to experiment with gambling, sex. Was it a girl? Did you need money for an abortion?
Look, this is not the place for this.
Warren, I didn't sleep a wink last night worrying about you. Why didn't you just come to me?
You're not making any sense.
Yes, I am. And we both know it. Just admit to it you were stealing from Channing. I love you. I am trying to help you. Just admit that you were stealing from them.
Okay. Yeah, it was.
Thank you for finally being honest. The things that you stole, what happened to them? Did you pawn them? Is that why you burned down the storage area?
I only pawned a few of the things. The rest of them I kept.
Well, we've got to get rid of all of it before someone finds out. Channing knew about it, didn't he? He knew you were stealing.
Mom, please.
I've got to know everything, Warren.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you knew. Mm-hmm.
Hi. How's your hand?
Well, it's like new. Thereabouts. Mom, I'd like for you to meet Summer. Summer, this is my mother, Mrs. Lockridge.
How do you do?
Summer helped me bandage up my hand the other night.
That's very nice of her.
Well, you know, men in their cars think by the time they were Warren's age, they knew what they were doing.
Well, Warren discovered cars a little later than most boys.
I discovered the beach first, then girls. You know, cars came a distant third. Still do.
What do you say we take another look at that hand, huh?
Oh, my thoughts exactly.
I don't think we've quite finished our conversation.
Well, it can wait, Mom.
I'm not sure that it can.
Well, it'll have to. Later, okay?
All right, darling. That's what you want. Nice meeting you.
You too. Well, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Pretty lucky.
Well, it must have been all that TLC the other night.
I would still keep it bandaged for a day or two.
Well, you're the doctor.
No, I'm not. Just an old hand at dressing wounds.
Yeah, well, I've been meaning to ask you how you came upon that talent.
You laugh.
Well, it's the best therapy around.
Okay, get ready. You are looking at, probably, the most dedicated Girl Scout that ever lived.
You don't say.
I told you you'd laugh.
No, I think it's great. You sure pulled this wounded soldier through. So what is it about you? It's like we grew up together. Yeah, I didn't know you, but I feel it. I don't know, it's weird. So why the dress, huh?
What do you mean? Why?
Well, It's not exactly beachwear.
Yeah, I know. Well, remember last night I told you about the interview for the museum job?
Right.
It's today, and I'm kind of nervous.
No, you're going to do fine. I mean, you're qualified, you're personable. You give a great first date. They'd be out of their minds to pass you up.
Can I take some of that confidence with me?
Well, certainly. But only if you promise to have dinner with me afterwards.
What's the occasion?
Well, to celebrate, of course. I mean, you're getting a job in my hand healing. What do you say?
Well, there's a slight possibility that I might not get the job.
Well, we'll have to celebrate the fact that you're not going to have to go to work for a bunch of tasteless, tiny-brained neophytes too narrow in their perception that no real class act will see that.
Well, since you put it that way, okay.
Besides, I really think I need to be with you tonight.
Okay, tonight's fine.
So, meet back here then?
Sure. You all right?
Yeah, sure. I'm getting better every second.
Okay.
If there is anyone present who can give a reason why these couples shouldn't be joined in marriage, let him now step forward or forever hold his peace.
Actually, sir, there are 1 or 2 points I thought I'd raise concerning this ceremony.
If I may continue.
Right.
All right. Gentlemen, will you please raise your right hands?
Our hands?
No arguments. Just raise your hands, and we'll get this over as quickly and painlessly as possible. Now, do you boys promise to fulfill your duty as husbands, to honor, protect, and serve your wives so long as this assignment endures?
We do.
Mm-hmm. All right. Good. Now, girls, will you please raise your right hands?
You too, Geek.
Do you girls promise to fulfill your duties as wives, to honor, protect, and serve your husbands so long as this assignment endures?
What about obey? Isn't that supposed to be in there?
Not since the Dark Ages, Conehead.
Girls, will you please answer?
We do.
Good. Then by the power invested in me by Lyman Prep, I do hereby pronounce you husband and wives.
You may now kiss the bride.
All right. Break it up. Somebody get me a bucket of water.
Hi, how are you today?
Oh, I'm fine. How are you?
Just fine, thanks.
There'll be 2 other people joining me.
Okay, terrific. I'll go get you some more menus.
Thank you. Nope. There was nothing. No sign of him anywhere.
Kelly thinks that he might have been able to get back into shore without being seen.
He's too good in the water, and he knows this area.
I guess all we have to do is wait. No, I talked to Daddy this morning.
I don't care what he said.
He's worried about you.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he is.
Come on. I'm worried about you.
Look, Eden, if anybody, I'm going to talk to you. The reason I left home is because I had to. I realize now that was the best decision I made.
But if something's happened to Joe, you're going to need your
Nothing's
family.
happened, Eden, okay? I'd know about it or I'd feel it.
There's Mason. Maybe he knows something.
Excuse me all. I hate to break this up, but I need Kelly's help down at the beach.
You found something?
Yeah, some items you might be able to help me identify. One of the officers found them a couple of miles north, just south of the point. Got a car waiting outside.
Come on, let's go.
I'll come with you.
Eden, we'll be back in a little while. About a half hour.
I'll be here.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I think this is for you.
What? Oh. Thank you. Sure. If eyes were made for seeing, then beauty is its own excuse for being. Emerson.
Is it Joe's?
Yeah.
And the surfboard?
We're pretty sure that's the one he took. We've got a kid coming down to make it positive.
There's blood on his shirt.
If you think that's bad, you should take a look at the shoe. It's almost torn in half. There's only one thing I can think of that would do that. A great white. We measured the size of one of the punctures.
The university professor confirmed it.
I don't understand this blood.
It's being analyzed to make sure it matches Joe's. Thanks, guys.
You don't need me, Mason. Your lab people can do all the identifying. Why are you doing this? What do you want?
It looks bad, Kelly. I thought you should
He's
know.
not dead.
Kelly, those were his clothes. That's a
I
surfboard.
don't care. You didn't find Joe, and I'm not going to believe any of this until
We may
you do.
not find him.
I don't want to listen to this.
You have to.
I won't.
All right, maybe he got washed off the board. Maybe he fell off. There are sharks in these waters, Kelly. Man alone out there at night.
Oh, shut up, Mason.
What am I supposed to do? Lie to her? These are the facts.
Look, I'm not going to believe any of this until you find Joe or his body.
All right. All right, there's a remote possibility that he could have been washed out off that board and is still out there. But it's not very likely, Kelly. We've had helicopters searching, planes, the Coast Guard. It's been 12 or 14 hours. A man can't survive that long.
Okay, I want them to keep looking.
They're going to.
All day, if necessary.
We will, but if nothing is found by this evening, then we'll have to assume the worst.
You think he's dead?
I'm just trying to be realistic.
I don't want to listen to this. I'm getting out of here.
Wait a minute. Kelly, there's something else you should know.
What?
The press has picked up on this. You may be hearing things on TV, radio. I'm sorry, I tried to stop them. She's, going to be needing you, Peter. I trust you'll be there for her.
Of course, Mason.
Try to contain your jubilance. It wouldn't do for Kelly to see how happy you are.
I wouldn't say exactly happy.
No, I think relieved is a better word.
Mason, it's the end of a chapter. We have to go on.
Go on to greater glories, right? Just like when Joe went off to prison and you comforted Kelly. Only now Joe's dead. I'm sure you'll be very sympathetic.
I'll do my best.
Before you go back to your comforting, Peter, how are things coming with your little blackmail problem? In spite of all this excitement, I haven't forgotten that.
Took care of itself, Mason.
No more problems?
Free and clear.
Well, Peter, this has turned out to be your week after all.
Excuse me, Mason. Kelly's waiting for me.
No one's keeping you. Oh, and Peter, don't forget who gave you your opportunity.
See you around, Mason.
Looks like it can't be helped.
Excuse me. Jade. Jade, please come here, honey. I have to talk to you. I'm sorry, Mr. Bottom's family problems.
Oh, yes, of course.
No, what's wrong? Honey, it's Joe.
No.
They found some things. Some things that belonged to Joey. I heard it on the radio.
Mom, no.
I think he's dead.
Mom, no.
Shark or something. I don't know.
It can't be true. Mom, not
And where do you think you're going?
They may need me.
Then again, they may not.
Look, she's my friend, man. I'm going out there.
It is none of your business, Mr. Capwell. Now return to your seat or you will meet with a grave punishment.
You know what you can do with your grave punishment? You can shove it.
Young man!
Perkins? Oh, thank you, Dad.
He's not dead. I know he's not dead.
If I must use that young man as an example, I will. Insubordination will not be tolerated, not in this classroom and not in this school.
We're out there.
No, you're
Jade's
not.
our friend. She needs us. Even threw me out of this school. I don't really care.
This is rightly. In your seats at once. Back to your seats at once.
Once again, the top story of the hour. Police Police have found the remains of Joe Perkins' clothes and the surfboard he used for his escape just south of the point on County Beach. Evidence found on the clothing indicates a shark attack. It is presumed Joe Perkins is dead. And in the Middle East today...
We'll see about that. Yeah, this is Castillo. Let me talk to Moran. Gary. Cruz, how you doing? Well, I need some help. Now it's a personal thing. I gotta find somebody. Can you free up anyone from covert surveillance? I need about 4 GBIs. I don't care what the CIA thinks. How soon can you get the planes in the air? I need a full set of reconnaissance photos by nightfall. That'd be great, man. If you got a pencil, I'll give you the coordinates. Government regulations, one of those. Hey, I'm kidding, man. I know it's against the rules, but this guy's a real good friend, you know what I mean? You let me worry about the boys from headquarters. Any heat comes down, I'll take it. I don't think they're gonna want to risk losing me over this. Well, if they do, they do. You ready? Okay, write this down.
$10 for rental, $20 to join the club. $50 deposit. It would have been cheaper to buy the damn thing. Here we go. It's too far. Here it is. A ribbon. Red and white. Sophia. Till now, nobody could wear that ribbon the way you do. Till now.
Kelly, listen, I know it's difficult for you. I can hardly believe it myself, but eventually you're going to have to accept it.
Peter, I'm sorry, but would you mind leaving me alone with Eden? I just need to be with my sister right now.
Yeah, sure.
I'll call you later, yeah?
Fine. I'll be at the office. And listen...
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. We were so close to everything. The truth about the murder. About getting our relationship back together. And now I keep thinking I didn't tell him I loved him enough. I don't think he knew.
He knew.
Why is it always like this? You get so close to something and it always happened like this.
When you have something as special as what you and Joe had, there's justice in the world. I know there is. Nothing bad ever happens without a lot of good right behind it.
Always have to have hope.
Uh-huh.
When we were growing up, I remember you always used to say that to me.
I'm glad you remember that. In fact, if I ever have a kid...
Yeah, you'll name her Hope.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it'll give her a leg up going in.
I missed you so much, Eden.
I missed you too, kiddo.
You know what hurts so damn much? Last night, what happened? More than anything, I wanted to make love to him. And I didn't. Because I'm engaged to Peter and I felt his loyalty toward him.
You didn't know?
No, but it's unfair. It was unfair for both of us. All I had to do was give. Give something for both of us. Why is it so hard for us Caldwells to give?
I guess too many years of receiving, I guess.
I can't believe myself.
Oh, come on. You don't mean that.
I do. It's all my fault. He was at the beach bar because of me. We were going to run off together. We were going to be together, Eden. If it hadn't been for me, he would have gotten away.
You're wrong.
It's all my fault.
No, it's not your fault. Kelly, look at me. You didn't kill Channing. And you didn't want Joe arrested for 5 years. You've been blaming yourself for that. It's not fair. It's not right for you.
Who else am I going to blame?
No one's to blame. That's what you don't understand.
Joe is dead. Eden, he's dead. And it's all my fault.
No. It's all right. Everything will be all right.
I'll never know. You know, he'll never know how much I loved him.
Came back because I have some very interesting news.
Mom, I only get 2 breaks a day.
I want to grab something to eat, something to drink.
The police are saying that he's dead. Did you see the things they found?
Dead?
Clothes, blood-stained. It was all over the television. They say it could have been a shark. Joe Perkins is dead, Warren, so we can relax a little bit. Whatever he knew about Channing's death will go to his grave with him.
Yeah, well, I can tell you're all busted up about this.
He was involved in something he shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but I think he deserved it.
Oh, you're all heart, Mom. I mean, you had an affair with this
Careful.
guy. What, are you afraid Dad's gonna hear you?
That's not the point.
Man, I don't believe you. I mean, you give this guy a job. You bring him into your house, into your bed. I can't believe you don't feel anything.
It's a question of priorities.
Look, you don't give a damn about anybody, do you? Not Dad, not Lakin, certainly not me.
That is not true.
Look, if you care so much, why do you keep coming down here, jeopardizing my job and making these insane accusations?
My God, you don't understand. I love you, Warren.
Yeah, sure you do.
You ungrateful little...
What? A little what, Mother?
Let go of me.
Why should I?
Because your girlfriend is making a beeline over here.
I got it. I got the job.
Hey, great. Summer, look. Do you think we can talk about this a little while later on, maybe?
Sure. Okay.
Thanks.
We have to finish this, Warren.
À t'entendre, on croirait que tout est fini, qu'on peut classer le dossier. Ce n'est pas le cas.
I mean, if Joe's dead...
Eden, he was on to who killed Channing. He was that close. Another day, another week, we would have had it solved.
Well, wait a second. You were helping him?
Yes, once I believed him.
What proof?
His person, Dominic. He was the only person who could prove Joe was innocent.
Look, Kelly, if Joe is dead, proving him innocent is irrelevant.
No, it's just the opposite. If Joe was innocent, that means the real killer is still out there.
I don't believe what I'm hearing.
I've got to find out. I'm going to pick up where Joe left off.
Would you listen to yourself?
I'm talking about solving the murder, Eden. About putting Channing's killer behind bars.
It's absurd. Do you know what they did to Joe? They could do the same thing to you.
I don't
very
care.
easily.
I don't care. I'm not going to let him get away with this.
Look, you're upset and you're not thinking this right. You really aren't.
That's where you're wrong, Eden. For once in my life, I know exactly what I have to do.
Find Channing's killer.
Exactly.
Kelly.
What, Eden? Go ahead. Tell me I'm all
You're just
wrong.
not being rational. You're not thinking... This is for you. This is bizarre. Thank you.
Sure.
I have some secret admirer or something. It's pretty. What do you think?
No more Ginger. No more Joe Perkins. And Kelly is all mine.
Excuse me, Mr. Flint. Your next appointment's here.
Fine, send him in, Veronica.
$2 points.
What are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing here, Antonio? I'm visiting a good old friend. My best little boy. Such delicate skin. You want to know why I'm not going to kill you?
Yeah, tell me, Ginger.
I've decided out of the kindness of my heart, I'm going to give you a second chance. Isn't that nice of me?
How can I ever repay you?
Funny you should ask, Antonio. You do remember that $250,000 what I wanted? Like now.
You don't seem to understand.
You don't understand! I always get what I want. Money.
Look, I have a question for you. Why did you sleep with Joe Perkins?
Because I knew what he could do to you, and controlling him was the only way I could help. You needed protection.
Look, I could have handled Joe Perkins. All you had to do was come to me.
I was afraid you would panic. Joe was getting close, too close. And I was in a situation where I could do something about it.
I'd protect him.
Yes.
Oh, well, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry about all the things I said.
I didn't come here for apologies, Warren.
Oh, well, then let's forget about it. Let's forget about the whole thing.
No. Not until we face the truth. I want to hear it. I have been working too hard, too long in the dark.
I already admitted to stealing.
I am not talking about that.
Okay, then. How about the arson?
5 years ago, you went to Channing Jr.'s party, not because you wanted to, because he asked you to come, and you went with an awful thought in your head.
What, that's what you think?
That's what I know.
No, don't even say it.
Warren, it is all I have been thinking for the last 5 years.
I did not kill Channing. Steal from him, yes. But never, ever would I...
Warren, you don't have to lie to me.
I'm not lying.
I know all about it. All of it.
Look, Joe Perkins killed Channing. We need proof. He had fingerprints. His own girlfriend saw him standing on the body.
Warren, I'm not going to desert you. Don't be afraid of me.
Afraid?
I love you always, no matter what.
Look, I didn't do it. Mother.
You're going to be all right.
Look, would you listen to me?
I love you, Warren. I love you. I love you.
Just stop it.
You're hurting me.
It's because you're not listening to me. I didn't do it. I didn't kill Channing. It was somebody else.